Hey there, what is going on, everybody? My name is Chief Longsocks, and I hope you guys are all doing great. Today, we're back playing some more Sky Factory 3 in Minecraft modded, and we're working on the mob farm for the new base. Old school one, super crappy. New one, already looking a lot better, and we have the capacity to make it taller. I'm sorry, my phone is vibrating. Pardon me, no one saw anything. Totally fine. You guys didn't hear a thing. Anyways, so I went ahead and I crafted up a bunch of mob fans, which we're going to put in these sections right here. And I went ahead and I did a little bit of math and I did a little bit of crafting to see how many fan upgrades we're going to need to get everything going nice and perfect. Now we have, let's see. Yep, we have some width modifiers and some distance modifiers. So if we take 3 of these, put them in there, and we take 4 of those and put them in there, you guys can see that we should get the exact distance that we need. So if we put this right, for example, here, hit the lever, you'll see if we get in front, we should get pushed right into the hole. Okay, that's good. Now let's see here. If we take off hover mode, it should affect us from 1 to 3 blocks away. So we should be safe up to here, but as soon as we step into this next block, we should get pushed all the way down and in place. And it seems to be working perfectly. So that's going to cover most of the area by doing that across all 4 sides here. So if we do that again over here, we can take distance 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3 there. And we do the same thing for every spot. We should get like a cross shape that is going to give us almost full coverage to push all the mobs into the hole. Now we just have to do a little bit of tweaking with what else we need to cover. So if I take some blocks here, you can see we've covered 1, 2, 3. So starting here is where we're not blowing. 1, 2, 3, like so. So this section right here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So this right here, this section that you see, is not being covered by the fans. And we could say the same thing for these spots. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So right here is not being covered. Over here we got 1, 2, 3. So right here is not being covered. And then over here 1, 2, 3. So boom, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. So these sections that I've laid out are what is not being covered. Now we could rely on mobs to just hopefully be dumb and walk into it, or we could just put 1 more fan in place, I think, maybe 2 each, and we should be able to get the rest of the coverage that we need. So if we put one, for example, right here, I don't know if it has already a base width modifier of 3 or not, but if it doesn't, that doesn't really matter for us. Now this one's back here, so we'll have to put it, if we put it here, this one block is going to be not covered. So if we go and put it here, this should cover, no. This should cover most of what we got to do. Let's put this here, and now let's do a little bit of testing. So if we chop this away real quick, we can see where exactly the base fan sits, because I don't really recall. We have plenty of stuff to craft more modifiers, so I'm not worried about that. I just want to see what it does. So if I'm standing right in front, obviously it pushes me out to here, and out to here is within the distance of the fan that's going to push us into the hole, which is good. Does it do it? But you can see we need at least 1 width modifier. If we add 1 width modifier, it will cover, let's see, 1, 2, 3 is covered. It'll cover this side and that side. And if we add 1 here, this one will cover this side and this side, which means that anyone in here should get hit by this fan, and anyone in here should get hit by this fan. So I think that's going to be what we do. So if we do that for every spot, we're going to need 1 width modifier for each. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more width modifiers. That's not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff crafted up and get everything in place, and then we can come back and do a little bit of testing. We'll just jump in at random spots where there might be a hole in our plan, and we'll just see if we get pushed into the hole here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of crafting, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Alright, dudes, lady dudes, and everybody else, we have what looks like a working setup here. Now, no matter where I step in, I should get pushed into the hole. So test 1, obviously, if we step in front of any of the back fans, they're the most powerful. I should get bounced right into the hole. Beautiful. Alright, next, let's see here. Tease it. There we go. No. Okay, whoa. Alright, so now I want to test if I go into any of these. Like, for example, if I step into this block, I should get pushed forward and then sideways into the hole. Boom! Nailed it. Alright, so the fans do push from different angles, and because it takes that into account, it doesn't, like, overwrite one of the fans. It does seem to give you kind of a diagonal flow to it, which shouldn't really matter, because anywhere I decide to step in, I should end up in that hole, no matter where I go, which seems to be working perfectly, fortunately for us. Whoa, whoa, oh, with my bouncy shoes. Oh, oh my goodness. That's dangerous, man. It's a good thing we have a jetpack. All right, so if I step in here, for example, should get bounced. Awesome. I think we've got our bases covered, considering it's pretty symmetrical on every side. I can't think of a way that it wouldn't work at this point. So, that is good to go. The next step that we're going to want to look into is getting some kind of dark glass going. Some kind of, like, let's see. There's got to be in this mod, and I'm 100% sure that there's going to be, because most mod packs do have something like this. Some kind of black stained glass. No, we want some kind of glass that is going to be... it's going to give us kind of... It's a glass that's not going to let light through, but we can still see inside. Now, I'm sure most mod packs have it, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had it here. I would bet any money that we do. Dark, ineffable glass. Okay, that might be one. Turbine glass, no. Stable glass, reinforced glass, witherproof, no. We want something that's going to be dark glass. Now, dark glass, I think, if I'm not mistaken, should do exactly what we want it to do. Now, we need ink sac, floral black powder, or black dye. I don't know that we have what we need for dyes like that, which might be interesting here. Let me see what else there is. Turbine glass? No. Reactor glass, stable glass. It might be dark glass. I think dark glass is what we're looking for. Now, do I have anything like that? Like squid or ink sacs, pardon me? No. How do we get black dye? That's a good question here. So, black dye, black lotus, which comes from loot drops only. Or, actually, additions, let's see, black lotus, look around in the wild for a bit, and you'll find when being able to craft some black dye, instead of ink sacs. Now, I wonder if I can use bone meal on grass blocks to get that, and if not, we might have to do something a little bit different here, but I don't mind trying here. Oh, you know what we could get is just a black chicken, I think. Is there such thing as a black chicken that's gonna drop black dye? Black chicken. There's gotta be, right? Ink black chicken. All you need to do is cover it with black dye. I don't know that I've done that just yet, but let's see. Is there... Hello, bunny with a top hat. We have ender pearl chickens. We got coal chickens. Let's just try this for a second here. Excuse my voice, by the way. Let's see. No. No. This, I think, is just going to spawn natural flowers, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, well, I got to look into a little bit of dye stuff so we can get that black glass so I can do what I got to do over here. Let me do that, and I'll bring you guys back. We can get building some more on the mob spawner. Work out the killing method, the collection methods, and then we can test the bad boy out in full form. Alright, everybody, so I think I've found the method by which we're going to start to get some black dyes here. Now, I crafted this Botania's floral fertilizer, which was just requiring a little bit of red and yellow dye at first, and then you can use the mystical flowers that it gives you to go ahead and craft more and more. So that's what I've been doing, and I think I just got enough of the black flowers to go ahead and make what we need for one black dye chicken, and then hopefully from there we can get more and more black dye going. Now this is one option because the floral powder can be used to dye things, but then we're doing all this for a non-sustainable source, so I think I'm going to do the chickens this time because I think it's going to be a little bit better to have something that's going to last forever than to do that. Oh my goodness, there's so many flowers here. It's so magical. We do have to get into Botania at some point, but for now we're just going to use it to get our dye going, which I don't think is too bad. It should work pretty well, and I'm pretty sure... Ooh, wait, can we even craft a black chicken egg with the floral powder? I hope so. But yeah, that's the plan right now. That's what I'm working on, because I really want to get the black glass for the spawner. So let me keep working on that. I just wanted to give you a heads up if you were having any issues doing that. I tried to build a squid spawning area over there, as you can see, but I think it needs to be in a certain kind of biome, and we're in the taiga right now, which I don't think is good for squid spawning, if I had to guess. Alright guys, a little bit of an update. The dark glass is actually taking a little bit longer than I expected here. I'm crafting up tons of glass, as you can see here, which is going to give us the option to make sandy glass, which is going to give us what I think is called thick glass, which then we can use with dye to make dark glass that is indeed light proof. So that's pretty cool. But first, we're going ahead and... Can I jump? Thank you. I am trying my best to get some other stuff prepped while I'm waiting to manage my time as good as I can. Oops, that was close. And the only thing that I really need to work on... I got spikes. I'm trying to get an item collector now. Okay. That was annoying. I'll fix that later, I suppose. Dang it. Alright, so... we can put all this stuff in here. What do I need? It was... Here we go. Item collector. Poof. We can make that one. And then the advanced item collector. Poof. I think we can make that as well. Okay, and let's just grab a simple chest to get things started here. Do I have anything now? There we go. Alright, let's see now. I think this should absorb fallen items. So mobs should fall through the tunnel, onto the spikes, death and destruction awaits for them, and then, if I'm not mistaken, this should collect items in a radius of 5 by 5 by 5. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's going to cover it. Can I make it larger? I can. So we can make it X being, which way? This axis, we'll make it, we'll just do everything up to 10. I don't think that's going to be a problem for us. And now, if I throw anything, okay, it's collecting those. Nice, nice, nice. What about over here? Yup. And over here. Nailed it. Alright, so this will absolutely collect everything that we need for that the mobs are going to drop. So, what's the next step? Well, all I really have to do, as you can see, is I put a roof on. All I need to do is fill in the dark glass all the way up here, all along this area, and then down at the tunnel here. And then we should be good to go. That should be the mob spawner done and dusted. We could expand it if we want, and we very well might. But the fact that it's going to run all the time on its own means that we might not have to worry about that. Now, I'm pretty sure this thing can pick stuff up through blocks, so I'm not worried about that. We'll obviously do ender chest and run it over here, although instead of that, no, actually we probably will, and then we'll extract from the main storage to do things like loot bag crafting and stuff. That's going to be useful. But for now, I think that's all we're really waiting on. So let's see here. Now, I have all this sandy glass here, as you can see, and I went ahead and I crafted, what's it called? I crafted that extra good furnace. I upgraded another one all the way up to Supremium furnace. It's not Supremium yet, because we still don't have that much, Supremium or Inferium to get to Supremium just yet. Our farm is still producing on its own, of course. Let's see. So this is looking good. Thick glass is what we need. And then for the dark glass, I believe it's called. There was a different one that I was looking at. Oh, dark glass. No. Not dark glass. Dark glass. There we go. There was, I think it was this one. Plain and old dark glass, thick glass, and just some kind of dye. So we have plenty of ink sacs. Now, does black dye come from ink sacs or no? No, just ink sac itself. Okay. So then over here, as you can see, shortly, I've got some ink chickens, I said, going right here. They got some ink sacs on them, as you can see, but it's going to take a while to get them going. And I'm going to have to keep breeding them over and over again because they are, as you can see, low-level chickens. But we can keep the progress going with that pretty easily. So yeah, you see the plan. We're going to make the dark glass, and then we can test out the mob spawner, and I'm super excited. I'll see you guys in a bit after I do a little bit more of the most fun glass farming grind fun stuff ever. It's actually a little boring, but I don't mind. All right, everybody, we are back, and I've filled in the entire spawner with dark glass, and as hopefully you're seeing right now, every once in a while we get some spawns, they fall in, they die. It seems to be pretty consistent from what I can tell, and when I'm hanging out in the base, anywhere on this main platform, it seems that we're going to get spawns, which is pretty useful. Anything else? Oh yeah, I forgot. We might have to worry about Enderman teleporting. I wonder if there's a way to stop that. They just teleported outside. Some of the spiders climb back up, but they usually fall back down and get killed. And I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Oh, crap. We started a fight with some Endermen. You want some of this? You want some of this? It's so hard with the bouncy shoes. Just hover. Oh my goodness, what a pain in the butt that was. Alright. Stupid. Okay, so as I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if this chest, yeah, it's pretty much full already. So we're going to have to create a better storage system. But as you can see, as we spawn, we hang out right over here. We're just within loading distance, and chunks of mobs just keep coming in. I gotta say, this seems pretty darn efficient. I'm not even sure that I want to build a second one, because we're getting spawns, look at that, crazy fast. So as long as we have a really good transporting system, which we know how to do pretty easily, it should be pretty much the best thing in the world. And with the dark glass, everything just goes right in, gets blown right into the hole. As you can see, the spiders do end up getting stuck a little bit, but they eventually fall down and in, and it works out really well. So, I gotta say, guys, I think that is gonna be a job well done, and that is gonna be it for today's episode of Sky Factory. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a good time making it. I'm really happy with the way that this turned out, but I will see you guys all tomorrow with another video. Until then, take it easy, and adios!